Welcome to your daily writing habit, episode number 95. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've even started writing your book, but you're having some trouble finishing it, you are in the right place here at your daily writing habit. I am your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, you can look up Christine Inc., I-N-K. Every day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that 3 types of habits in particular can have a huge impact on your success as an author: writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset. Here's today's inspirational quote about writing. I'm writing a first draft and reminding myself that I'm simply shoveling sand into a box so that later I can build castles. That's from Shannon Hale. So, whether you're writing a novel or a nonfiction book, the ability to craft a gripping, emotion-provoking scene that reveals the truths of your characters can make an already good book great. And if you're writing a nonfiction book, like a memoir or a business book or a personal development book or even a technical book, story is what makes your readers believe you. So, and in those cases, when we talk about characters, you are the character. You are the protagonist. You are the hero of your story as the narrator. So when we're talking about revealing key truths and traits of your characters, we're talking about revealing your personal truths so that the readers will believe everything else you have to say. All that important research and message and content and self-help messages and business knowledge, all those things that you're packing into your nonfiction book that you want readers desperately to understand and believe and go forth into the world and spread the word of. Without the personal stories, they're less likely to believe them, to believe that you know what you're talking about. Story sells. Story connects your reader to you. And in order to tell a great story, you have to be able to craft better scenes. And that's what I'm doing here to help you. I am sharing with you my top 10 scene writing exercises. And I have been sharing them over episodes 88 through 97 of your daily writing habit. If you want to look it up and grab all of my top 10 scene writing exercises. But the great news is if you do miss any, totally fine. Each tip is standalone. So the more that you can grab, the better, and the better the scenes that you'll write. We are up to tip number 8, writing dialogue, literally. Now, this is pretty fun, actually. This is a pretty fun exercise. I want you to think of a scene with dialogue between at least 2 people, whether it's in a book that you're currently writing or something that you want to just make up right here on the spot specifically for this exercise. So think of the scene, the who, what, where, when, why, what is the purpose of the scene? Where does it take place? What time of day is it? What is the weather? Are you inside, outside, all those things. So that's your first step is, construct your scene. And think of the 2 people in the scene and do a moderate amount of character development work just so you have some idea of, who these people are and what they have to gain or lose from the scene. That's very important. What each person wants and what happens if they don't get it. That will create the tension, just the natural tension in the scene that will move the story forward. So now that you've created the constructs of your scene, you've taken a moment to reconnect with your characters and what they want, the consequences if they don't get it, their relationship with one another. Now put yourself in the scene, in your character's shoes. Think what they think, feel what they think. And I want you to write a conversation between your characters, but with a twist. Don't write like an author. Write it like a Vulcan. Think, Spock from Star Trek, Mr. Spock. And write literally. So we're going to write very literally. Again, Vulcan is the best analogy I can come up with. I would imagine that most of you know what I mean, especially if you're authors. We tend to know the good stories that are out there. But write it literally what each character wants to convey to the other, like robots, I guess would be the other analogy. So you're not allowed to be witty. You're not allowed to be, all fancy from a, fancy author from a literary standpoint. You're not allowed to be clever, just the words that each character needs to say in order to convey their message. And the purpose of this exercise is for you really to get to the root of the scene, to really understand the subtext that your characters are saying. And especially if you're writing a memoir, this can be super powerful because you're going to look at scenes in your life and say, oh, what was this person really saying? Like if they were a robot, how would that scene between me and my mom have turned out? So this is a really cool exercise to find out to just get yourself in the habit of learning what people are really saying. Stay tuned for more scene writing tips coming your way. We have a few more days of this. And again, episodes 88 through 97, and you will get all 10 of my scene writing exercises. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And if you know someone else who wants to write a book, I would love it if you would share this episode with them. Thank you, and until tomorrow, happy writing.